Hi, everybody. I'm your host, Jim Masters. This is the 2021 MLK Breakfast Preview Show, and it's good to see you once again. We annually join here every single year to give you a preview of this very special event that happens in Branford, Connecticut. Matter of fact, nationally, this is the 36th annual MLK Day celebration, and it's really a beautiful and very honored event because people from all around the country celebrate the incredible life and good works of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And we do here in Branford, Connecticut as well with this phenomenal breakfast. This year it's going to be something a little bit different. It's actually going to be done live on Zoom. So you won't even have to leave your house. And we're going to tell you more about how it's all going to work. The very special guest is somebody very honored and prominent as well, and that's anti-racism firebrand Jane Elliott. Matter of fact, momentarily we will be showing you a very special quick interview that The Tonight Show did, Jimmy Fallon, with our very special honored guest, Jane Elliott. But I do have some guests right here in our studio that are joining us, some familiar faces joining us once again. Phoebe Chandler, the honorary chair of the MLK Breakfast, is joining us as well. Phoebe, it's good to see you and welcome.
Oh, thank you. It's good to be here.
Happy to have you with us. And Marianne Pellegrino is joining us as well, past co-chair of the event. Good to see you, Marianne.
Oh, it's good to see you too.
I know, we do this all the time. It's a nice habit to have. And then on the end in our studio here, Peter Stolman is here, member of the MLK Breakfast Committee as well. Good to see you once again, Peter. Welcome.
Nice seeing you again, Jim.
I want to let everybody know as well that the moderator of the event is going to be News 8's Keith Kuntz. So that's going to add some extra pizzazz to the event as well. And the tickets are just $15. There's also going to be a very special documentary we're going to show you a clip of, and then some singing right here in Branford. The event, of course, is sponsored by the St. Stephen AME Zion Church of Branford, as well as the Branford Rotary Club. And if you've never been to these events, usually, again, it's a big breakfast, and the Branford High School puts together all the food, and it's really something special. Obviously, this year has been something a little bit different. It's a little bit challenging for everybody, and some of our holiday plans and just about most of our plans during the course of the year have been altered and changed. So, of course, the breakfast itself is not happening per se, but the event is happening, and that's what's going to be very, very special. You see it on the screen there, facebook.com/MLK Breakfast Committee, or email mlkbreakfast2021@gmail.com if you'd like to learn more about these tickets. And of course, the monies that are raised go to some wonderful causes. There's a lot of people in need, and they're going to be going to some wonderful causes in the town and in the region. So it's very important to have an opportunity to be a part of this event. And we love putting these events together here in town because, again, it's giving back to the community. And these fine folks who are my guests right now have been doing this for a long time. Phoebe, again, it's great to have you here. And you've been, of course, involved for such a long time. Tell us about the importance of this event here in Branford.
Well, I think what is so important having it in Branford is that we have, how should I say, we have a lot more of the Caucasian race as opposed to the black race, and it's a good way for us to let both races kind of get together and learn to know each other. And it really now has become, when people come as a reunion, we get to see each other. We're happy to see one another. I think that's one of the important things.
And you're the honorary chair, so how does that make you feel, being a part of this once again?
Yes, right.
It's important, right?
Yes, that's so very important to be a part of it.
Now, Marianne has been involved for a long time, and you've seen her familiar face here on our program each year joining us, and also at the events themselves. Marianne, tell us from your perspective. It's a little bit of a different year, this particular year, and we're going into, of course, 2020. How is it going to be different? How is it going to actually work? We're doing this now live on Zoom, right? So people can actually watch it from the comfort of their home.
Well, one of the ways that it's going to be different and a little bit better is we can now have a guest who's international.
Yeah.
we would, if we were local, we would not be able to have Jane Elliott. And another thing is, you don't have to be in the area. You don't have to be in driving distance to the Brantford High School for the breakfast. You can participate in a fantastic fundraiser by just buying a ticket from anywhere in this country and supporting the charitable fundraiser that we have that helps give fuel in the cold weather to the elderly who are having trouble making their bills, or the dining room where meals are served for people who have our food endangered. And also the counseling, Brantford Counseling Center has been part of our largesse. They help out, again, with people making their bills, with teenagers in trouble, teenagers needing counseling but don't have the insurance to cover it. It gives them a little bit of a slush fund for that. All of these, and we are open to listening to petitions from other organizations in the area that need the funds, depending on how much funds we raise.
Exactly.
And if you buy a ticket, actually, for your own family, you only have to buy one ticket because you only need one television or one computer.
Right. And they're only $15.
And they're only $15, right.
Absolutely.
So we need everybody to tell everybody else to please buy a ticket this year, because these people need the money this year more than ever.
And again, we're celebrating, of course, the life and work of Dr. King.
This is his legacy. These are the people he worked for. These are the people that he wanted to help. We do a bunch of activities that deal with race relations. The Martin Luther King Committee we've changed the name from Breakfast Committee to Heritage Committee because we have expanded our outlook and expanded our outreach, especially after everything that happened last spring with the controversy over different problems with race relations and uprisings. We now have a book club where each of us reads a book that has to do with well, I keep saying race relations, and I'm trying to think of a better word, with how people get along regardless of their background, regardless of their outlook on society, regardless of the culture they come from. And that's been very enlightening to me. The book that we're reading right now is a book by the man.
Born Again. Born Again.
No, we finished Born Again. We're on the one from
It's okay, just move it on.
Okay.
It's a darn good book.
It's a darn good book, yes.
It's a page turner.
It's a page turner.
Peter, it's good to see you as well. We have a couple of videos we want to make sure we get to show too. One is with Jimmy Fallon and Jane Elliott. But before, Peter, welcome. And tell us once again, I know you're very honored to be involved in this event and the importance of it. Tell us about that.
Well, I think as both the ladies alluded to, it's a major, probably the major event in Brantford over the last 3 decades that has brought such a diverse group of people together. Brantford is growing in diversity. I've been involved in Brantford since 1969 when I came to teach in the town. And the basic makeup of the town has changed tremendously. There are growing minorities in the town. There's just an increased diversity. And the Martin Luther King breakfast brought people together. I mean, one of the things that is going to be missing this year is it was almost like a club. You began to see the same people year after year after year, and enjoyed seeing them, but you never saw them anywhere else. And we're going to miss that this year. But we are changing. We're diversifying. We have a lot of new blood. You wouldn't necessarily know it by looking at this panel, but you know there is some increased energy in the organizations. Yes, we are the seasoned veterans. And we're very, very excited this year to have someone of the caliber of Jane Elliott coming to speak. I mean, I learned about Jane Elliott when I was a young teacher. Just background for a second. She was a third grade teacher in a very small town in Iowa. And she was getting ready to face her class the day after Martin Luther King was assassinated. And she was wondering what she was going to say to them. And her lesson for the day was about Native Americans. And she took the quote, "You don't really get to know someone unless you walk a mile in their moccasins."
Right.
And she said that she used that as an inspiration to say, how can I make people who are not directly affected by this, how can I make them feel and see what has happened? And she developed the Blue Eyes, Brown Eyes model, which was quite controversial when she did it. But as a young teacher, my eyes just lit up and said, this is the way to go.
Absolutely.
And so to have her with us is special.
We also have a preview clip that we're going to toss to now, and that is of the documentary that she was referencing, Blue Eyes, about xenophobia. Let's take a look at that incredible clip right now.
I'm going to warn you, you may be big and you may be tall, but you do exactly what I tell you to today. Do you understand that?
Don't have a problem with that at all.
Good for you. This city is just so proud of that wonderful, wonderful color in these trees. But they do not want people of color to come and reside in this community. We love color in our trees. We do not want it in our skin. And it breaks my heart. When I was picking on her, why didn't any of you males defend her? Of course, I wouldn't have defended her either, but why didn't any of you defend her? Why didn't you defend her?
It's like if you're picking on her, you're not picking on me. And so by the rules I kind of saw, it's like I'm just going to sit back and lay low.
And let her do it to them. It's what makes racism work, people. It's what makes homophobia work, people. It's what makes sexism work. It's what's going to make ageism work. To sit back and do nothing is to cooperate with the oppressor. And you can turn intelligent, bright, committed, conscientious, ambitious people into people who act lazy and slovenly and stupid and slow and unmotivated. And you can do it in 15 to 20 minutes, and that's what you're going to do this morning. Act white. That's all I'm asking. Just act white. You white people know how to act white. You've been doing it all your lives. You people of color know how to act white. The way to get ahead in this society, if you're a person of color, is to act as white as you possibly can.
And the sad thing about it is that We waste so much time in trying to keep the self-esteem up that we lose the time that he could be learning. And they know that. Now that's what stress is.
Now, am I exaggerating here? Is that the message that this society sends?
Assimilate.
Assimilate really means act white. Assimilate means be as similar to the power group as you possibly can be, which means act white.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
I want every white person in this room who would be happy to be treated as this society in general treats our citizens, our black citizens. If you, as a white person, would be happy to receive the same treatment that our black citizens do in this society, please stand. You didn't understand the directions. If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others. What does that say?
Louis A. Wright.
Cross it out and write it so I can read it.
I'm done.
No, don't pat me, number one. And number two, you either follow the rules or you leave. Now, get your name on there so I can read it.
They asked for my signature, that's it.
Write your name on here so I can read it.
No, ma'am.
This man is out of here.
We need your name tag.
This man is out of here. He isn't going to follow the rules. He isn't going to stay. You're out of here. Are you the security person? This man is out of here.
Okay.
It's a new experience for most of you. Perhaps not for this one. But for most of you, it's a new experience to have to just be submissive. Just get your poop in a group and keep your mouth shut. Just do the very best you can so you don't call my anger down on you. This is going to be a good learning experience for you. Remember that in this situation, you people have no power. Absolutely no power. So quit trying to exercise what you don't have.
Very poignant and moving documentary, Blue Eyes. Again, there is an opportunity to see that documentary in full for a 24-hour period for $5. You can buy it at $8. And again, if you see on the bottom of the screen there, facebook.com/MLK Breakfast Committee, that is the website to go to, or the page on Facebook to learn more about that documentary, but also about the very important event that's happening right there you see on your screen, Monday, January 18th, 2021, which is the Brantford MLK Celebrates. Again, normally it is the traditional breakfast that is done, but this year we are doing a very special and exclusive live Zoom situation. Jane Elliott is going to be the guest, and Keith Koontz from News 8 WTNH TV is going to be the moderator. And you'll have an opportunity also to ask questions during the live Zoom event. That's really important. So think about those questions now, and on January 18th, when everything is happening live, you'll have an opportunity to participate, not just watch and enjoy and revel in it all, but actually participate. There it is on your screen, the 2021 Brantford MLK celebration, moderated by Keith Koontz of News 8. The keynote speaker is Jane Elliott. For tickets and more information, visit the facebook.com/breakfast MLK Breakfast Committee, or email mlkbreakfast2021@gmail.com. Tickets are just $15, and as our wonderful, talented panelists here have said, the dollars are being raised for very important causes right here in town. Really nice to see those clips and to see Jane really doing her thing, and she's going to be a brilliant keynote speaker to have, wouldn't you say, Phoebe?
Yeah. Oh, I think so. I think she's going to be really great. Especially, I like that title, Brown Eyes, Blue Eyes, Brown Eyes. I like that. And that we're all the same.
That's right, exactly. And you agree, Marianne?
Oh, without a doubt, I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited.
It's going to be very special, too, because, again, people can ask questions, people can be involved, absolutely. And Peter, as well, it's going to be a unique event and very special. And even though the breakfast itself isn't happening where there's the pancakes and all that, still participating is crucial. And again, this is going to be quite unique because, again, we have Jane, we have this internationally known keynote speaker, but the viewers who will be watching on Zoom can actually participate in this with asking questions and things of that nature, right?
Correct. And I'd like to just say that we are limited to 500 Zoom openings. So it's not the kind, we hope it's not the kind of thing that you can make up your mind to join us that morning.
Right.
So I would recommend that people get reservations for their television link now or soon.
And they can go to the Facebook page as well if, for example, maybe they haven't become acclimated yet with Zoom, but they want to participate in this. They can go to the Facebook page and learn probably a little bit more about how to use Zoom. It's very, very easy.
Right.
You don't have to be, a TV host or a rock star to be on it or to be a part of it. But that information will be available for folks who are watching, who are like, what is Zoom and how do I do this, right?
No, it is very easy. I can do it, which means that when it comes to technology, right, it has to be easy.
He has a little trouble finding a mute button, though.
Always make sure you use the mute button as well. Again, what I think, too, it shows resilience and compassion and empathy and caring to, even under these conditions of everything that we've been going through in this year, to continue to trudge forward and put this event on. It could easily have been canceled or waited to the following year with everything going on, but the fact that all of you are still, a part of this, and so many other volunteers and so many other people are a part of this, and this is a national event as much as it is local here in Brantford. So kudos to all of you for once again rolling up your sleeves and making this happen once again. It's a pleasure to see you, Peter and Marianne and Phoebe, once again, and we appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful 2021, and we thank all of you for watching this preview show. Again, if you'd like to learn more, you can go to the Facebook page. You see it right there on the screen, facebook.com/MLK Breakfast Committee. It's going to be an amazing, exclusive, and very, very special event. Keynote speaker Jane Elliott joining us as well. We hope you'll join us on Zoom for that. Again, tickets are only $15. For everybody here, I am your host, Jim Masters, thanking you for your time this time. Till next time, we hope you have a wonderful, blessed, and joyous holiday season in 2021. And we'll see you on Monday, January 18th, 2021 for the show.